Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about top 10 facts about Learjet. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Learjet is a large Canadian aerospace and transportation company with a history that spans 8 decades. This company predominantly manufactures regional airliners, business jets, and mass transportation equipment. However, they also have several other business interests. As this is one of the largest multinational companies in the aerospace industry, and it has been around for such a long time, it is a company that most people have heard of at some point. Despite knowing the name, most people actually know very little about Learjet, but would find it interesting to learn more about this. Here are 10 things that you probably didn't know about Learjet. Number 10. Learjet is a Canadian-owned, American manufacturer and producer of business jets for regular people and military use. In the late 1950s, William Powell Lear founded a Swiss American Aviation Corporation. Since 1990, it has been a supplementary of Canadian Bombardier. On April 10, 1967, Bill Lear's approximately 60% share of the venture was acquired by the Gates Rubber Company of Denver, Colorado, for $27 million United States dollars. Lear remained on the company board until April 2, 1969, when the company was merged with Gates Aviation Corporation, and was renamed Gates Learjet Corporation. In 1971, the first Model 25 powered by a Garrett TFE 731-2 turbofan engine was flown. This aircraft later became the successful Learjet 35 that year. The company was awarded the President's E Award for promoting export sales. Number 9. Canadian company Bombardier Aerospace acquired the Learjet Corporation in 1990. The aircraft was marketed as the Bombardier Family. The Learjet 60 mid-sized aircraft has its first flight on October 10, 1990. The Learjet 45 immediately followed on October 1995. The Learjet 85 was launched as a brand new aircraft program sometime in October 2007 by the Bombardier Learjet. Learjet 85 was the first Far Part 25 all-composite business aircraft. In 1984, Gates Learjet announced the start of their aerospace division, a high-technology endeavor. However, by the end of the year the company had ceased production of its commercial jets in an effort to reduce inventories. This lasted until February 1986, when the company headquarters were transferred to Tucson, Arizona, and production was restarted both in Wichita and Tucson. Number 8. Bombardier celebrated their 45th anniversary of their first flight by a Learjet with 2008's Year of Learjet campaign. The highlights include the British Formula One, wherein Lewis Hamilton, a racing driver, raced a Learjet and won an event at the Farnborough Air Show. Learjet started off in Wichita, Kansas, and as of 2013 has over 3,200 employees. Wichita was not the only candidate for the location of Lear's project. Grand Rapids, Michigan and Ohio were also both locations that were being considered. There were already a few other aircraft companies that were located in Kansas, which meant there were many more potential workers that would possess the skills that Lear needed to run his company in the design and manufacturing of the aircraft. Lear was offered an industrial revenue bond of $1.2 million. This would be known as the first historical industrial revenue bond offered by the city. To this day, the Learjet facility is still located in Wichita, Kansas, and is currently getting ready to be renovated by expanding the flight test center and building a new center for delivery. Number 7. Learjet is a company that first to manufacture a private charter aircraft and luxury private jet. World War II was still fresh in the public's mind in the year 1940s. The preliminary design of the Lear was based upon an experimental American military aircraft called Marvel. It is replacing the fuselage-mounted turbojet engines for ducted fan turboshaft engines. But sad to say, the basic design was rejected. The final design for the Learjet was adapted and fitted from an abortive 1950s Swiss ground attack fighter aircraft, which is the FFA P-16. Number 6. Bill Lear and his team saw the preliminary structure of the Swiss P-16 aircraft. He and his team realized that this is a good starting point to develop and produce a business jet. They formed the Swiss American Aircraft Corporation. The company was located in Alten, Rhine, Switzerland. Hired design engineers were staffed from Switzerland, Britain, and Germany. Number 5. The aircraft was originally being called the SAAC-23 or the Tina Jet. In September 1962, Learjet opened their temporary office, while the plant located at Wichita's was still under construction. The assembly of the first Learjet began sometime in February 1963. In the year 1964, the company was renamed as the Learjet Corporation. Number 4. On October 7, 1963, the original Learjet 23 first flew. The aircraft was a 6- to 8-seater. In 1964, the first production model was delivered. After a month, the Learjet became a publicly owned corporation. Lots of produced models followed. On September 19, 1966, the company was renamed as Learjet Industries, Inc. Number 3. Travel privately like planes produced by Learjet. Charter plane flights give you the freedom to choose who to travel with, from a large number of friends or family members to an entire plane to yourself and your flight crew. Charter plane flights fly when you say so, feel the comfort and feel being prioritized. No more waiting at the terminal or stressing yourself on worrying about missing your flight. The aircraft will always be ready when you are. If you want assistance, Charter Flight Group is very willing and happy to serve you. Number 2. Learjet is a subsidiary of Bombardier. Learjet is one of the subsidiaries of Bombardier Aerospace. This means that even though the company was acquired by Bombardier Inc. in 1990, they still operate under their own mark, as they are a well-established brand, but are also marketed as part of the Bombardier Learjet family. In the past, this company has used the motto, "We move people." In 2012, they changed their slogan to "Evolution of Mobility." Learjet manufacture business jets that are intended for both civilian and military use. Their headquarters and the base for their operations is located in Wichita, Kansas, which is an area well known for its aerospace industries. Number 1. Learjet was one of the first companies to manufacture a private, luxury aircraft. Lear's preliminary design was based upon an experimental American military aircraft known as the Marvel, substituting fuselage-mounted turbojet engines for ducted fan turboshaft engines. However, that preliminary design was abandoned and the final Learjet design was instead adapted from an abortive 1950s Swiss ground attack fighter aircraft, the FFA P-16. Several derived models followed, with the Model 24 first flying on February 24, 1966, and the Model 25 first flying on August 12, 1966. On September 19 of the same year, the company was renamed Learjet Industries Inc. What do you think of our video? Which fact about Learjet shocked you the most? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go for future updates.